Sports Center. We are live in Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island on a frosty December, not Saturday night. We're all set for some hot action though between the visiting Valley Wildcats and the Eastern Dukes. We'll have starting lineups for the Dukes and we'll be all set to go in just a moment. Your starting lineup for the Eastern Dukes. At forward, number 7, Conan Godkin. At forward, number 16, Cash Fisher. At forward, number 21, Jackson Gardner. On defense, number 4, Ty Murnahan. And on defense, number 20, Aiden Green. In goal, number 29, Felix Hatton. The Eastern Dukes are coached by Will Proud, Riley McDougall, and Keegan Mitchell. If you would now, please, if able, please stand, remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem. Starting for the Valley Wildcats in goal, number 30, Owen Whittier. And opposing him 200 feet away would be number 29 for the Eastern Dukes, Felix Hatton. Teams are in kind of opposite ends of the spectrum in terms of standings for the year. Hatton comes in with a strong 2.3 goals against average and a 9.14 save percentage. Won't do a lot more than that. And Whittier sparkling 1.7 save percentage. So this should be a dandy goaltending matchup. And we're underway from Charlottetown. Each with the first offensive zone possession. Welcome to all those fans who are watching from the Valley area and beyond. And the Wildcats made it here safe and sound. Gardner leaves it for Green. Fisher's going to chip that in deep, no icing. Back forward is Stoddard. Both teams looking for the first shot on goal. We're just 45 seconds in. Will Henry, he'll be on it. McRae is on him, I should say. Henry finds the puck again behind his goal. Turned over. Battling for it now, Gambin, captain. Icing will be waved off as Pearl is back for the Wildcats. Wildcats coming in with a 4-6 record, just 10 games played. I'll find a way to make that up, of course. Green is in deep. He's got Henry on him. Slips through the check to Terrace. Wildcats moving around well. Picked up by Broussard on the half wall. Now chip forward. That's Gammon. And that shot whistled wide. All the way around. Good pinch by Cameron to keep it in for the moment. Henry takes it up the near side. The Dukes moving left to right on your screens. Valley Wildcats in their white with blue and red trim will move right to left. Nice new facility here, Simmons Sports Center. Opened last February. I believe that's right. Certainly not a year old yet, regardless. Maybe late last fall. Nice and bright. And the Dukes are playing their Saturday night home games here. English keeping that in, as Langell had taken a bump in the Valley Wildcat zone. Etheridge trying to get that through with that shot from Bauer and was hard but missed the net. Trying to slip through is Etheridge. Picked up by Bowering, and Bauer likes to play the body. Trying to find the handle at the line was Troop. And back comes the Duke. Back come the Duke, still waiting for our first registered shot on goal. Quinn McDonald trying to get to the statistic, and that's blocked before it reaches goaltender Owen Whittier. All the way in deep is Gosling. That's Quincy McLennan giving chase. Troop is back for Wildcats. Sam Dunn, leading points getter for these Easter Dukes. He's joined by Mason English. Now McLennan will change. Green's going to get it in. Dunn trying to find the centering pass. It slips through the crease. And I believe the net in the process got knocked off by the stretched leg of Whittier. Face-off then will be to the right of the Cats goaltender. And speedy down on the right side, McRae. He'll chip it forward, pushed out of the way by Murnan. Right in on Green was McRae. Connor Arsenault with his first touch of the evening to Captain Colin McCormick. He'll sling that forward and give chase. Collected by Ketty. And he'll take a bump at center. Dukes move it cross ice. Murnahan runs into Ketty halfway through his cross ice trek. Pearl. Good forechecking by the Wildcats early on. Putting some pressure on the Dukes in their breakout. That's Connor Arsenault. He decides to drop it, and that's pushed back. We'll go 2-on-2. Back the other way. Aylward can't get that out. Hack looking for his first touch on the Duke's goal, but back comes Fisher. Gammon back in and out of the way. Whittier had to be careful on that one. Some neat graphics on the gear of Whittier. He's all dressed up tonight. Stick check by Gardner, and this may be icing on the Wildcats, and it will be. So we've played 5 minutes and a little bit here in period number 1. Again, a warm welcome to you on this Saturday night after some blustery weather here the past few days in Prince Edward Island. Hope it's been good where you are. More to come. It's only early December, of course. Hockey weather. We're glad you're here with us on High Button Sports this Saturday evening. Centering pass makes it all the way back to Henry at the blue line. He opts to backhand that in. Gammon trying to get that out, turned over. Godkin shot right on and a blocker save from Whittier. That's high and Recollected by the Dukes, but now they're going to send up the middle. Heavy hit by Elward on Terrace. And they're going to call interference, I suspect. Indeed, that's the call by referee. Fairly cut and dried. Kipton Elward, the other half of the Twin Towers, with the interference call. So this will give the Wildcats their first and the game's first power play opportunity. Duke's penalty to number 5, Kipton Elward. 2 minutes for interference. That's Elward for interference. Time of the penalty is 5:38. Henry and Elward teaming up often on defense. They're both the size of small Christmas trees, and I occasionally get them mixed up as I did just now. That's Pearl out there for the Wildcats. Centering pass, slips through the crease, no harm done. Gambin, shot right on, Hatton, his first touch, and he'll get the whistle. Almost halfway through the penalty to Elward, and the Dukes will get that all the way down. Dukes are killing 3/4 of their penalties. Dukes come in with an 11-3 record. They sit third in the standings, 5 points behind the league-leading St. John Vitoes, who are looking to go from worst to first this season. Impressive season from the Port City crew. Looking at the statistics today, their 2 top scorers are ahead of everybody by a lot. Turnover, and Godkin, with 30 seconds remaining in the penalty, gets that deep. Henry's involved in a big hit with Dickerson in front of the Wildcats bench, and that gets the guys in white all fired up. Green, the shot on Hatton. Handles that easily. And won the last icing, and the Dukes have successfully killed another penalty. First one here, and this will be icing on the Wildcats, so the Dukes are going to get a favorable face-off position as they will go back in the vicinity of Owen Whittier. 2 other games going on currently. Cabot Highlanders visiting Fundy Thunder. They've opened up a 2-0 lead, and Cabot is chasing the Vitoes. They sit 4 points behind. And in Moncton, the Buccaneers with a 5-3 lead, and perhaps that one's done. There's a shot trying to get a redirect there, and that is an unofficial final. 5-3, the Buccaneers have taken down the Thunderbirds. More heavy hitting. We're going to have a physical Saturday night, I think, in front of us. Also earlier today, I'll tell you that the Kings upended Cape Breton 4-2, the Jets that is, and the Vitoes kept on rolling with a 4-2 victory over the Voyageurs of Dartmouth. Murnahan with a big hit, and that one's going to cost the Dukes their second penalty kill of the evening as Murnane will go. An interference call as well, so Valley with some good forechecking pressure, forcing the Dukes. Into 2 penalties thus far. Gardner's going to send that deep, forcing Godkin. He's got Gambin pushed back. The right side turned over to Bowering, and he'll put it deep as well. Gambin will go back for the Wildcats. And Whittier off the back boards, forced to cover that one to get the whistle. So a bit fortuitous really in terms of the bounce for the Dukes. Dukes penalty to number 4, Ty Murnane. 2 minutes for interference. That's Murnane for interference. Time of the penalty is 8:43. Dukes are killing penalties at a rate, as I said, of 3 and 4. And Valley only scoring on 6% in terms of their power plays. Now here's a one-on-one. And Green with a good grip at that one. He missed Hatton and everything that was behind him. Excuse me, that correction. That was Banks, number 6, not 8. Halfway through the penalty to Murnane. Nickerson trying to find the handle. Chipped out over the skates and stick of Cameron on the line. Now Godkin racing down the right side. Godkin get a shot away. Whittier very smooth on that save. Got the rebound collected as well. May or may not be able to hear it here through the PA, but music is hot stuff, and we could use a little bit of that here in PEI. It has been frosty. Another nice save, Whittier off the draw. McLennan had that one. Quick release. Face off one. Henry's going to take it back, try to kill some time. Onto the stick of Gosling. 30 seconds remain in the penalty to Murnane. Gosling through center. Lugs that behind the goal. Hatton's eyes follow him. Back to Blandon. Go back to Blandon. He'll skate the blue line, trying to find the shooting lane. It was blocked and out, and just 9 seconds remaining. Murnane will be on in momentarily. Dukes are back to full strength with another successful penalty kill. This may be icing as Henry will go back for it. No icing, in fact. He'll pick it up, backhand to Elward. Centered that dangerously, picked up by Breen, kept it at the blue line. He'll follow it all the way and down to the nearby corner to the right of Hatton. The swing rack behind, spin back behind the goal. That was a dangerous shot through traffic. It made it all the way onto Hatton, who was able to watch that through. Heavy hit in the corner as Campbell Dunn was down on all fours. As a result of that, he's back up. He'll chase it along the wall. Trying to catch up with Stoddard. Now Dunn going to try to skate that out in front of the Duke's bench. He can't get it out. It will be just chipped out now. And Campbell Dunn will get that deep. Played easily by Whittier. We're 12 minutes in. Quick first period. No score. Valley out shooting, Dukes out shooting Valley. There's a turnover. A rare one from McDonald to the stick of Terrace. Shot handled by Hatton and directed into the corner. McCormick. English turns that around behind, and now it's back into the stick of McDonald. Pass intended for Sam Dunn. Showed some frustration, not able to collect that. English and Dunn and McCormick. One-time shot! Nice stick save, Whittier. That was English, set up nicely from the corner. Beauty setup and equally strong a save. From his knees, English trying to backhand that around. Sam Dunn. Giving chase there is Etheridge. In front now, the backhand shot, McCormick over the net. Banked off the glass, Whittier's stick, keep that from behind the goal line. Quinn McDonald kicking at it. Delayed offside, the Dukes will clear, and they do. Valley's changing, Dukes are changing. Pearl whips that all the way around. In forward, checking Banks. There's a turnover. Ketty can't find the handle. McDonald follows that up, gets it to McCormick. He's got English chasing down on the right side. Redirected. Whittier lets that go by harmlessly. Ketty. He's got Cash Fisher all over him. Aylward thought about pinching in. Chose better. I think the right decision is Gazin will get it in. In for it is Ketty. Spirited game by both teams thus far. Valley off a long trip. They seem to have good legs starting out tonight. Now the shot in tight. That was high over Hatton. A lot on that by Thomas Gambin. And he pinches it, trying to get it up to Fisher. Can't get the handle. He's onside, however, picked up by Godkin. He's down the far side. Looking to get a handle on it. Back to Aylward. Aylward will spin with pressure from Ketty. The skate of Gambin, that's going to land right on Whittier softly. And with 5:29 to go, we are still scoreless here from Charlottetown. In for the face-off, Broussard with Nickerson. Able to get it out. Backhand pass. Lands on a Duke stick. That's Henry trying to get a home run ball up to Murnahan, who had jumped up. Now he's back in place. Etheridge takes a hit. The pair of 15s from Henry. Murnahan. Throw on the side. Langell. Backhands that out. Nice breakout by the Dukes. Here comes Connor Arsenault. Stoddard forces him wide. And the Valley Wildcats will force Murnahan back. Pressured by Blandon. He's the only white jersey in sight. But he's doing a good job until reinforcements show up. That's over the stick of Stoddard. And no icing. Back for it is Ringette. Trying to find the handle on the side of the goal was Langell. Nice stick handling. Good hands there. It'll go back to Murnian. He'll shoot it. That'll be 4 feet wide. Can't keep it in, Henry. And now there's a race for it. Terrace, Murnahan. Terrace on the left side. Shot. Hatton's got the glove on it, and he'll get the cover. 4:10 to go. 6-6 are our shots. It's been a very fast first period. Puck drop to the left of Hatton. Both goalies 6 for 6. Now nice move, Cash Fisher. He's in tight. Scores! Cash Fisher will open the scoring for the Eastern Dukes. He found himself in all alone. Fisher, who had missed some time due to injury and suspension, like nothing better than to get the Dukes going here this evening as they open up a 1-goal lead. Duke's goal, his 4th of the season, scored by number 16, Cash Fisher. Unassisted. That's Fisher, unassisted. Time of the goal is 16:04. So Fisher was sent in all alone. He made no mistake. Just above the catching glove of Whittier. That was a backhand looking for someone in front. Quinn McDonald backhands it and is kept in nicely there by Campbell Dunn. Gosling will rim that all the way around. Picked up by Ketty on the far side. Near side for the camera. My far side. I'm on the bench side of the traffic now. Here's McDonald backhand. Here's Campbell Dunn left shot. Oh, that was a beautiful save. Lovely setup from Campbell Dunn to McCormick, and he one time when saved. Now McDonald trying to one time and do the same. They're trying to find McRae. They do. He's down the right side. He takes a big hit from Bowering. And Bowering showing no Christmas love at all to McRae. Sam Dunn trying to work in tight. He gets a shot away, and that's handled easily by Whittier. Bowering's as physical a guy as I have seen in this league this season. Battle along the Wildcats boards, bench, and it's free. Etheridge makes a move to the middle. Picked up now. Shot. A little high. Rebound. All the way back. Oh, Hatton! Wow! He laid out for it. The puck came off the backboards. And there are two players tangled up. The referee's got an eye on them. Hatton without the stick. That was something. Hatton did all he could do, and that's just lay himself out horizontally and pray that the puck hit him. And it sure did. It was an awesome opportunity for the Wildcats to tie this before the first period expires. Sam Dunn. That's turned over. Back comes Pearl. We may have another penalty on the Eastern Dukes, as they will be assessed their third minor penalty. And that's going to be Sam Dunn for hooking. So the Wildcats looking to tie this, of course, before first intermission. Duke's penalty to number 10, Sam Dunn. 2 minutes for hooking. That's Dunn for hooking. Time of the penalty is 18:27. Valley will be on their third man advantage. Nothing to show for it thus far. We'll see if they can turn one in here now. They'll go rink wide. Nice poke check by Bowering. And that one's high up into the mesh. And at the face-off to the right of Hatton. 65 seconds to go here in period number 1. Last minute of play in the first period. So all things being equal, the penalty will expire. The period will expire before the penalty unless the Valley Wildcats can pop one in behind Hatton. Now here are two Dukes. Godkin's got Broussard with him. Gardner. Godkin, a great penalty killer. Tenacious. 30 seconds now. Gardner finds the puck on his stick, can't get through. Back comes Breen. He's got help. Breen drops it. Shot. Hatton with a save steered into the corner. Dukes will get that all the way back on Whittier with 12 seconds remaining in the period. Just 5 now. Valley Wildcats are going to have to blast one. They get one into the gear of Gardner. It doesn't reach Hatton. And that is going to be the end of period number 1. Shots in favor of the Eastern Dukes, 10-9. And they also hold a 1-goal advantage after 1 period of play from Charlottetown, Nova Scotia under 16 AAA hockey action on High Button Sports. We'll be back after the first intermission. We hope you will be as well. Welcome back to those of you who are joining us live on High Button Sports. My name is Mark Rooney with Sean McCormick on camera. Very, very glad to be with you on this December Saturday night from Charlottetown, where the Valley Wildcats are entering period number 2, down a goal thanks to the breakaway from the Duke's Cash Fisher. They will start with 27 seconds remaining on the power play. Sam Dunn had a late hooking call, the third of the period against the Dukes, and we're underway. Hernahan quick to get the puck the length of the ice, left there for Stoddard by goaltender Whittier, who had a great period, making many very reliable saves, only beaten once on the breakaway. That one was whistled wide. Maybe Hatton got a piece of that one, perhaps. Even strength, centered side of the goal. Now centered as Quincy McLennan starts out for the Dukes. Settles in. McLennan first in for it. He's dispensed of, however, by Nickerson. And Whittier, as that centering pass got through, was able to get a stick and glove on that. Hold the puck as we've got 54 seconds gone here in period number 2. Puck drop to the left. There's a shot that hit the Wildcats defenseman. He's got Gandon and went off to the right, although Whittier was prepped for that one. Now turned over, Godkin just trying to throw it into a Bess, and here's some speed off of Kitty. Put himself offside. The defense right on the line. Battle for it in neutral ice. Godkin goes cross to Quinn McDonald. Slips through here again. Fisher alone. Scores! Cash Fisher is making a habit of breakaway goals upon his return. His second, a minute and 34 seconds in.
16, 7, and 3.
Some help this time from Colin Godkin and Quinn McDonald. The net result is the Dukes have opened up a 2-goal lead. Dukes goal. His 5th of the season and 2nd of the game, scored by number 16, Cash Fisher. Assist to number 7, Colin Godkin. And to number 3, Quinn McDonald. That's Fisher from Godkin and McDonald. Time of the goal is 1:34. The Dukes with an early goal in period number 2 with the breakaway Fisher. He worked the high backhand as he did on the first goal. That puck sends some of the Dukes and their personnel scattered. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would take out your 50-50 ticket numbers, we will announce tonight's winning number. The winner will receive $107, and you can see Cindy Bowering at the entrance to the rink opposite to the score clock. Tonight's winning number, the last 4 digits are 5249. The last 4 digits of tonight's winning 50-50 number are 5249. Please see Cindy Bowering opposite the score clock for your winnings, and Eastern Dukes, thank you for your support. Word from the Dukes personnel as the Valley Wildcats make a nice rush down. That was Nickerson trying to avoid the defender, as that defenseman Will Henry has left the game, and that one's fired into the Wildcats bench. So both benches are getting their fair share of target practice, avoiding targets, I guess. So Henry has left the game for the Dukes, and he'll be quite a loss. .240 gone in period number 2. It's 2-0 Eastern Dukes, courtesy of 2 Cash Fisher breakaway goals. Save right in again. English tried to get it through and didn't make it. Back comes the captain, Gambin. Smooth skating captain through center. He's got Banks with him. That shot will settle on the pad of Hatton. And back comes Mason English through center. Chips it ahead. Dunn able to pull that one down. Heavy hit by Dunn on Gambin. And the turnover to English, working through the slot. He'll go right to the hash marks, trying to get it back. Bowery with a big shot. Oh, crossbar. That made it through the traffic. Back comes Keddy. He's got McRae. Keddy, shot, glove save. Hatton, that was a nice one. As Keddy had a little bit of a look at the side. And the glove flew out from Felix Hatton to make that nice save. Keep the Wildcats off the score sheet for the moment. Backhand around. Blandon. Now that's turned over. Arsenault's got help. He goes side of the net. Move and a score. The Dukes the game. Excellent move. Beautiful setup there by Arsenault. And Nash Langell with his 7th of the season.
9 for 12.
Beautiful setup by Arsenault, and Langell's got some good hands as he inches toward the team lead in points. Duke's goal, his 7th of the season, scored by number 9, Nash Langell. Assist to number 12, Connor Arsenault. That's Langell from Arsenault. Time of the goal is 4:05. That was a pretty move by Langell, and Whittier has been left out to dry, as they say, 3 times now thus far on each of the goals. He has been undefended. Green will not keep it in, and that's Terrace having to clear. Wildcats would love to get one here just to get themselves going offensively. There's a big hit off of Terrace on the goal scorer, Langell, as Quinn McDonald starts out, crossing into Wildcats territory. That's high over Whittier. Larkin able to keep it in. Forces Stoddard back. Redirected out, and Murnahan, as the Dukes now playing with just 5D, so they'll get some extra shifts tonight. Aylward's all the way in. Backhand to Guykin, side of the net. What's he going to do? Leaves it for Aylward. Tried to make the unselfish play. See the tough angle. Back comes Keddy. He had a good look his last rush. Gammon pulls that one down, goes cross ice. Oh, a lovely defensive play by Cameron, and the Dukes will be offside. Cameron able to collect that from mid-air, pull it in. Otherwise, the Dukes coming down Broadway one more time. Shots are almost even, 13-12 for the Dukes. However, they have capitalized 3 times. With Cash Fisher, the hero on 2 of them. Elward cross ice to Murnahan. They'll rip that up around. Gammon will be the first back for it. Godkin with the turnover. Keddy will stare it out again. He'll try to chip it across. Cross ice all the way. Drop pass, nice one. Banks is in for it. He'll take a hit. Gardner, that was an attempt to go cross ice behind. However, that's up into the net, and we'll get ourselves a new puck and we'll be ready to go again. As we hit the 9 o'clock hour on December 6th, of course, today, a rather infamous day in Canadian history, with the anniversary of the Montreal Massacre, and as well the Halifax explosion. So we stop to remember those 2 significant events in Canadian history. That was a shot, bang on. Blandon was in tight. Hatton had a good read on the angle. Campbell done. Nice reception of that pass by Arsenault. He's 1-on-3. He'll slide it through. He's pushed wide by Gosling. Gives him a little goose. I'm waiting to use that line. All the way out to McDonald. Into the skate of Dunn. Campbell, that is. Gosling. That's chipped over the head of McCormick. Deep into the corner. He'll one time that attempt by Arsenault. That was a heavy pass, and Arsenault got a piece of it. Dukes are a strong passing team. An unselfish team. Now McCormick picks it up in his own zone. He's just going to take that high. That will be likely icing. It will be. Just to take a little bit of the pressure off. Patton's going to see that face off to his left. Settling in, it will be Terrace versus McCormick. Won by McCormick to Campbell Dunn. He'll go to McDonald. A little bit of a head fake. McDonald's going to carry that around. Nice puck carriers. McDonald picked up by Barron to Campbell Dunn. Back to Barron. Quick pass. And the Dukes are out of their territory all the way up to Arsenault. He was looking for a hit from Stoddard. And back comes Valley. And man, puck to Pearl. He's through part way. English finds the puck on his stick. He'll break down the right side, one-handing it in front. Whoa! I don't know if Whittier got a piece of that or not, or did it just go wide, but it's a good attempt by McLennan. English lugging the puck now. Ringette's got him tied up. Green, the shot. Got partially blocked. Back comes Terrace. All the way through, shot. Just a little bit high off the stick of Pearl. Gammon waiting for his teammates to be onside. Now here comes Pearl again, looking for retribution. Taken off his stick by Aiden Green. He'll skate it out through center. Green chips it ahead. There's a heavyweight collision. That was a good hit from the captain Gammon. That one might be off the post from McLennan. He was wide open and back the other way. Banks, good action at the moment. That one will be offside. Oh, Quincy McLennan was alone in front on the right side of the net. And all that separated him from a 4-0 lead for the Dukes was that piece of red iron. That gets in the way sometimes, and as goalies, I'm one of them, we have that post to thank. Not nearly enough, but once in a while. Nice stick handling. Now Arsenault coming down. He'll shoot. Oh, beauty blocker save from Whittier as that hit a corner. Back the other way. McRae shot. That's a heavy shot from McRae. Just missed, however. Quick release, a lot on it. Up is Ketty. They go 3-on-2. The Wildcats coming back. Here's McRae. Side of the net, backhand, looking for a redirection. A foot, an angle, anything. Ketty's in for the Wildcats, as is McRae. And Banks, the other forward on this line for Valley. Langelo has got the third goal. Heavy pass for Arsenault to try to catch. However, with the hybrid icing, no problem for him to defuse that one. And you're going to say it was a high stick. And therefore, even if it had gone in, the shot would not have counted. The goal, rather, I should say, would not have counted. Tomorrow, the Eastern Dukes will face... that for you in a second. Bad announcer. Go to say something. Don't have the stat ready for you. Eastern Dukes will be in Montague, their other home rink, tomorrow, and they'll face the incoming Fundy Thunder. And offside is the call. This will go back in terms of way down, says referee Zach O'Mara. Valley tomorrow will have a second game here on Prince Edward Island. As is often the case, they will travel west to the beautiful village of Tyne Valley to host defending league champions, as Nickerson runs over McDonald, and most recently Monctonian champions, the Western Rebels. That will be a noon start. You can join High Button Sports for that one if you're following the Valley Wildcats. 8:34 is left in period 2. Rebels are certainly in the chase. They're in 5th place in the league. Everybody chasing the St. John Vitoes. So the Dukes now without second-year veteran and significant presence on the ice, Blake Hartman. He's been out with an injury for a number of weeks now, and then joining him just this evening is big Will Henry on defense. We'll see if they can supplement the forces tomorrow with AP. There's a nice backhand attempt. Gambin and McCormick. McCormick the first of the race. McCormick in tight. Nice save! Whittier holds the fort. That was a nice pass attempt up to McCormick. And he took it, and he just outraced Gambin to the goal, trying to get the backhand in on Whittier, and Whittier with a beautiful save. Otherwise, this was a 4-0 game. Nice move from Troop. Slip across his own blue line. And McRae going to try to go rink wide with the backhand pass. Elward's going to rush in for the Dukes. Another heavy defenseman. Heavy charge in there from number 5, Kipton Elward. Shot, Hatton's got the rebound. It's there, collected by Murnahan. He's going to try to go high. It's through the feet of Troop, and here comes Arsenault. All alone, Arsenault trying to go through the legs, and Whittier with a skillful save. That's 5 times by my count that Whittier has been left all alone, and he's doing all he can to keep his team in this game. .716 in period number 2. Here's McLennan. Shot right on the rebound. Sits in the crease. Picked up by the Wildcats D. And they break out the other way. Stoddard. English done. No. The ballerina-like tiptoe on the blue line to try to stay in, but whistled down by linesman Ben Matt. And the Dukes are offside. Wildcats force the Dukes back. English will skate it out up to Dunn. Let it go cross ice. English is going down, and this will be the Wildcats' first penalty of the game. First power play as Hatton gets to the bench a little too late. This will be Cameron for the trip. Power play, excuse me. Opportunity for the Eastern Dukes this evening. Wildcats penalty to number 11, Joshua Cameron. 2 minutes for tripping. That's Cameron for tripping. Time of the penalty is 13:34. So the Dukes with a 15% power play scoring rate. It's down from previous years. See what happens here. 6 minutes to go in the second period. 3-0 Dukes. A minute 20 to go. There's a hard shot. Whittier, that goes up. And pulled down by Captain Thomas Gambin. Nice play defensively there. It's loose. Whittier trying to hold the fort there. He does so. And Gammon will skate it out in front of the Dukes bench. There's an opportunity now. Terrace in alone. Terrace. Just enough nuisance caused by Aylward to give Hatton the fighting chance on that one. Terrace with some great forechecking on Fisher. Terrace, alone. Terrace. There's a shot. They score. Nickerson with a short-handed goal, and 98% of the work done by Terrace on that one, with due respect to the shot by Nickerson.
9 from 21.
Nickerson able to get away a release, and it got past Hatton. And the short-handed goal has the Wildcats on the board. Wildcats goal scored by number 9, Braden Nickerson. Assist to number 21, Jack Terrace. That's Nickerson from Terrace. Time of the goal is 14:52. Now on the power play, can the Dukes get that back? On goal and on Whittier, and no rebound. shout out to the Duke's parent club, the Charlottetown Island Coastal Knights, who darn near slayed the Giant last night in Amherst. Just about took down the undefeated Halifax Smacks and U18 Major.
2, 1, go.
Losing 5-3 with an empty net goal. They had a 2-0 lead into the second period. And the Macs are 21-0 for a reason. What an excellent effort by Coach Trevor Peters and the Charlottetown Knights. Green with the puck down low. Centers it! And that redirection did not miss by a lot. That's all it's going to take for the Wildcats to inch closer by 1. We'll see if that rejuvenates them a little bit. Gardner slips. And back comes Valley. Off the skate, and Hatton is going to take no chances, as we've now got ourselves a 3-1 game and all sorts of time left. 3:48 here in period number 2. Fisher with 2 on breakaways. Nash Langell, a pretty setup from Connor Arsenault, made the third Duke's goal happen. And shorthanded just moments ago. Excellent forechecking effort on the penalty kill from Jack Terrace. Sets up Nickerson, who found the back of the net behind goaltender Felix Hatton. And that's where we stand. McDonald trying to hit the home run ball. Ketty gets that in the feet, but doesn't end up in Wildcats territory. Back for it is Ringette. Banks, that pass interrupted by McDonald. He's going to loft that back the other way. Ringette with possession of it. McRae, chased by Arsenault of the Dukes. Back comes Ketty. He's got Green with him. Ketty takes it in deep. Ketty gets the shot away. Stopped by Hatton. Langell picked up by Ketty at center. There's a battle with McCormick now. Puck finds its way back to Jackson Bowering on the Duke's blue line. He'll hit through center. McCormick has Langell and Arsenault. He'll go down the side. Off to Langell. He'll work into the corner. Try to get it back to McCormick. And he's met unceremoniously by Patrick Gosling. And that was more than a little goose that time. Dukes in period 2 have been trying those long passes. Etheridge with a heavy shot. Now go wide. In for it is Blandon. Another shot right on, and that misses. Got ourselves a good battle here in Charlottetown tonight between the Valley Wildcats and Eastern Dukes. Backhand attempted pass hits the side of the goal. And Eastern takes off. In just their third season of existence, the Eastern Dukes have made a formidable foray up into the Nova Scotia Under-16 League. Patton's going to settle that one down side of the goal. 1:25 to go in period number 2. Sam Dunn trying to win it ahead. Dunn almost broke free. Trying to keep it in now. Dunn does so. Trying to slip that through the skates of Troop. Last minute of play in the second period. Blocker save from Hatton. Wildcats. Can they grab one more before the intermission? Kick save. The rebound is there. Hatton, a big blocker save off the rebound. That's his best of the night. Troop missed the net. 34 seconds. Wildcats a push for their second of the night. Cross ice pass McLennan. Just 12 seconds remaining. Wildcats trying to clear. Green gets it deep. Here's a chance. Terrace is in. Shots right on with 1.9 remaining on the clock. Nice save and a key one by Hatton. Now the Wildcats are going to empty the net with Whittier heading for the bench with only 2 seconds left. Face off in Duke's territory. Not a common move, but why not? Puck is unlikely to get the length of the ice in 1.9 seconds. We've got a skillful man on the score clock to make sure this is fair. 6 on 5 for the moment. Smart move by the Wildcats to get the extra attacker out there. There's a chance. Doesn't get through, although it would a Wildcats face-off win. And so we'll end second period. 2 goals from the Dukes by Fisher and Langell, and reciprocation by Nickerson. We're at 3-1 heading into period number 3. Shots on goal in the period were in favor of Valley, 13-10. 2 period totals 22-20 in turn in favor of Valley. And we will step away for the second intermission. We sure hope you'll be back with us for period number 3 here in Charlottetown on High Button Sports. coming on back to watch period number 3 between the Valley Wildcats and the Eastern Dukes here from Charlottetown on a early December Saturday evening. Second period summary, 2 goals from the Eastern Dukes. Cash Fisher and Nash Landville jumped them out to a 3-goal lead, but short-handed effort. Strong forechecking from the Wildcats. Jack Terrace set up Braden Nickerson for the short-handed goal to get Valley within 2. Owen Whittier has made some key saves along the way. And I believe my count is 5 times he's been left on his own. And he's made a couple of dandies. Shot high over Hatton in the Duke's goal. He made a couple of beauties himself. Dukes have lost defender William Henry for the game. Whittier's going to collect that for the whistle in Wildcats territory. So the Dukes D core is shortened a little bit. Already without forward Blake Hartman. Back to Aylward, he swings it around. Past the reach of Campbell Dunn. Trying to get it forward was McCormick. That was a great chip back out in front. I'm not sure if Whittier saw that or not, but it happened lightning fast. Aylward, now Whittier did see that, I can confirm, as that reached him in the glove. Mentioned earlier, the Vitoes doubled the Voyageurs 4-2 to increase their lead in the league standings. Kings HC, Kings Hockey Club, also doubled Cape Breton Jets by the same 4-2 score. And the Cabot Highlanders eke past, they're in the third period against Fundy Thunder, who we'll see here tomorrow in Montague. That was McDonald's. They're going to have an early morning, of course. Nice move by Aylward to avoid a couple. He'll backhand it. And the Wildcats will take over on the turnover. Blandon. Good vision, but Aylward sees that through all the way across their blue line. Aylward drops it for Godkin into his skates. Jackson Bowen going to chip that forward. Back for it is Ringette. Pearl trying to stay on sides. And the linesman says, not quite. The linesman will drop the puck outside of the Dukes territory off the offside. Won by the Dukes. Langell sends it back to Bowering. Puts it on the stick, however, Breen. In tight! Scores! Cameron McRae has got the Wildcats to within one, off the turnover. And we've got ourselves a great hockey game. That's McRae from Breen and Troop. It's a 3-2 hockey game and all sorts of time to go. Wildcats goal scored by number 17, Cameron McRae. Assists to number 8, Nolan Breen, and to number 3, Colby Troop. That's McRae from Breen and Troop. Time of the goal was 2:02. Wildcats come out of the second intermission all fired up, and they've got themselves to within one of the 3-0 lead posted by the Dukes. That's McRae's third of the season. Langel's in front, scores! Off the stick of Broussard. Langel saw Broussard alone in front of the net. And just like that, the Dukes, 56 seconds later, take back a 2-goal lead. Langel with good vision, Broussard with good positioning, and nothing at all Whittier could do there. Broussard's third of the season as well. Duke's goal, his third of the season, scored by number 23, Dion Broussard. Assist to number 9, Nash Langel. That's Broussard from Langel. Time of the goal is 2:58. That was a mix-up in front of Hatton. And McLennan will chip it forward. No icing, I don't think. No icing. Back forward is Cameron. He's worked on by McLennan. The Dukes have restored their 2-goal lead 56 seconds later. We're going to have a dandy the rest of the way. Don't go anywhere. You can stay up a little bit later tonight and watch this one. It's Saturday, of course. Cameron takes possession. Back in. That's into the feet of English. He headmans it to Sam Dunn. Back to English. Good stick check there by Cameron. And out comes Gambin. Through the 2D. Gambin, the shot. Great leg save by Hatton and a great rush of speed by the captain, Thomas Gambin. Right on again, Hatton. It's in tight. Hatton's going to find it at the side of the net. A little shoving and pushing now. It's been a clean game in that department. No skirmishes post whistle, but now down goes Kipton Elward, and that's not an easy feat. And we may have something come from this. Had been a clean game up until this point. Blandon will sit for the Wildcats for roughing. We'll see what the Dukes can do now. They've regained their 2-goal lead, and now they have a power play with which to work. 4 minutes and change into the third period. Wildcats penalty to number 22, Madden Blandon. 2 minutes for roughing. That's Blandon. 2 minutes for roughing. Time of the penalty is 4:14. And a huge blocker save by Whittier right on. That was excellent save to keep this at 2. Goaltending has been strong at both ends of the ice. Face-off one back from Dunn to McDonald. He'll step in, he'll go wide to McCormick. From the face-off dot, ends up on the stick of Campbell Dunn. It's the top power play unit for head coach Will Proud. Campbell Dunn goes low to English. These are the guys with the good hands. McDonald, dangerous pass to McCormick. He handles it. Now he'll switch positions. He sees a shooting lane. Lets it go. That's off teammate Sam Dunn. Shot attempt went wide. Captain McDonald, however, at the blue line. McDonald goes right to English. Now it's kept in again, McCormick. Wildcats can't clear halfway through the penalty to Blandon. McDonald swings it wide. Shot, save. Whittier has it. He didn't know he had it. There was a reach behind. I think the Dukes player saw it loose behind Whittier. He didn't know where it was. And the end result is no harm done in terms of goals for the Valley Wildcats. 26-25 in favor of the Dukes. Those are your shot totals. Settling will be Fisher against Breen. Terrace, who was instrumental in the Wildcats' second goal, shorthanded, did a lot of the legwork, and he's back out there again killing this penalty, along with Breen. McLennan tries to get through Terrace. He's tied up. Good work there by the Wildcats. Forward, battle at the blue line. Aylward keeps it in for the moment. Puck is lofted high. Nobody can seem to find it. Connor Arsenault brings it down. He'll go into the far corner. Arsenault gets it in front, handled nicely by Ringette. And that's all the way down for Hatton to handle behind his goal. Surely that will take the penalty down to 0.
2, 1, go.
Arsenault. Wildcats have killed another penalty successfully. And now the whistle. Too many players on the ice, and that's going to be against the Eastern Dukes. And this has happened numerous times for the Dukes this season. Green serving the penalty. Valley with a golden opportunity to get themselves to within one again. Duke's penalty for too many players on the ice will be served by number 20, Aiden Green. Too many players on the ice. Time of the penalty is 7:24. 6:24, correct my math. Nice move, Godkin. Took the shot option. Head Gardner slipping down the side, but he was well defended by the Wildcats. .40 seconds gone in the man advantage. The Dukes with too many players on the ice. And 2 of those, their last home game now. Gosling in tight. Nice save, Hatton. Bang, bang. Here comes Murnahan. He'll get that deep. Whittier out to play it. He'll backhand that around. McRae trying to get there. Murnahan sees the opportunity. He'll slip into the O-zone. Dukes with some fresh legs out there. This is McRae. He'll take a shot. That's off Murnahan. Banks gets back to Pearl. That's off the leg. It's in loose. Now Pearl. Shots right on. Maybe off the cage. Maybe off the cage of Hatton with just 10 seconds left in the penalty to Green. For too many players. Pearl again. Redirection. Oh boy, beautiful setup. And that was Gammon who just tipped it wide. Back on the ice. 5-on-5 now, even. Couple of good chances for the Wildcats, however. The score remains 4-2. We're approaching the halfway mark of period number 3. It's a good one in Charlottetown. Banks turns at center. He tried to get through McCormick. Murnahan will scoop that up, feed McLennan, and it'll go across ice. Off the stick of McCormick, it will be icing. The Wildcats will get a 200-foot advantage now. They're out shooting the Dukes by 1. Thanks to a couple on that recent power play. First goal scorer for the Valley in the faceoff. Out comes McCormick. He's slippery, trying to get through Cameron and Blandon. Blandon back for it, feeds Cameron. Ahead's going to be turned over at center. McDonald forces the Wildcats back in. They'll try it again. Now this time it is Troop. Again, some good forechecking there by the Dukes, preventing the Wildcats from clearing. Now Elward takes over at center. Quinn McDonald, high and deep. Wildcats have been tied up in their own zone the last 45 seconds. Now they'll try icing. That's one way to get it through. We're getting towards the 10-minute mark of period number 3. Stick on the Dukes as Elward touches it. As DJ Sean Rooney is pumping out some Bon Jovi, so you're right at the halfway mark, and you can guess what song that is. Here we go. We are halfway through period number 3. Well played, Sean, well played. McDonald from behind his own goal line gets that all the way back. Dunn trying to turn around and find it. Here's English, the backhand shot. Right on Hatton, another save. He's got the leg out. In a position only fit for teenagers with that kind of spread. There's Hatton, sees that all the way into the chest gear. He'll settle it down. Face off to the left of Hatton. Inside 10 minutes. Here come the Dukes. Good stick check, but it's on the back of Stoddard now. Here's Broussard, the 4th goal scorer. He'll lug it behind. Chased by Langell. He set up Broussard. By Whittier. Out of play, and we'll go all the way back. Just outside Duke's territory, 8:50 to go. Wildcats are in a 2-goal hole. They're going to travel to Western Prince Edward Island to face the Rebels tomorrow. The Dukes will host a Fundy Thunder. Now here's English with Fisher looking for the hat trick. Fisher, crossbar, just that close. Well, Fisher here to play tonight. Wildcats pressing now to get back into this. And Gardner trying to break out. Chips it ahead. Godkin on the backhand. Excellent defense by the Wildcats. Captain Gambin. There's a turnover now. Fisher look for that. Landon Corral that scoops it out to center. Gambin will get the return feed. A high shot. Not sure I like Hatton's attempt to head that like a soccer player. No one's coming at you that hard. Anyhow, he's out of the way of that one. Attempt by McRae was swung wide. McCormick takes over at center. He'll go cross ice into the corner. Oh, that was Campbell Dunn with the wraparound. Couldn't find a partner. Offside. McCormick will take over and settle it down. 7 minutes remaining in the period. That may be icing. No icing. But it did land on Whittier. And he'll get the whistle. Right on, Whittier with the stop and the save, and that's smothered. And Campbell Dunn in his own zone, leaves it for Elward. He'll go across ice, the safe pass to Green. Finds Arsenal, it's off his skate. Wildcats trying to connect them. And Murnahan takes over. Through center, Ty Murnahan works in on Gosling and he'll foul. Green will take over for the Wildcats. Picked up by Arsenault now. The Dukes with a turnover in Wildcats territory. Around behind the goal, Sam Dunn. Play slowing down now. All of a sudden, here's McLennan. His shot, stick save to the corner from Whittier. In front. Oh, Whittier with the save of the night off McLennan. And that's his second chance, McLennan, side of the goal. One was the post, and one was number 30. Wildcats needing 2 to tie. Battle along the near boards. English first to it. Back comes Bowering. Bowering's got a shot. And it was wide. He's going to get the rebound, trying to wrap it around. Etheridge. Done with English, trying to split the D. Bumped off the puck by Troop. Good shot again, right on Whittier. Scores! And with 4:18, the Dukes increase their lead to 3 off the stick of Quincy McLennan.
8 and 10.
McLennan had 2 earlier beautiful opportunities. And Whittier has done everything he could to keep this respectable and has done a great job. The Dukes have been pounding him in rebounds, collected in this case by Quincy McDonald. Duke's goal, his 5th of the season, scored by number 18, Quincy McLennan. Assist to number 8, Mason English. And to number 10, Sam Dunn. That's McLennan from English and Dunn. Time of the goal is 15:42. Arsenault picks that up at red. Elward shoots it right on with Whittier in the glove save. .332 is what we have left on the clock. And the Wildcats are going to need to pound the net and goaltender Felix Hatton to try to get some extra hockey here tonight. Tie up between Bowering in the corner. Referees imploring them to move the puck. In front, that's a good chance. And Hatton. That came off the stick of Pearl. And that's what Valley is going to need, some opportunities like that. That's up. Oh, Whittier trying to find that from his knees, and he did so. Whittier's going to have the face-off, won by the Dukes. Green chips up off the stick of Gambin into the netting. Dukes will play again tomorrow at 11:50, I believe, is puck drop, which is late for Eastern Dukes hockey on a Saturday. Usually it's about an hour earlier. And again, the Wildcats will make from Charlottetown, roughly 60-minute drive. Western Prince Edward Island, Tyne Valley, beautiful community there. Maybe not as nice in early December. However, that one may be offside, as that was obvious, as Nickerson was in a little bit ahead, and they will play the Western Rebels. 2:12 is on the clock for the remainder of period 3. It remains 5-2 Eastern Dukes. Nickerson backhands that in. Murnahan will give chase. First to it, Murnahan. He'll go cross ice to McDonald. Takes a big hit from Nickerson. McCormick tried to get one across to Campbell Gunn. Well defended by the Wildcats D. Tied up down in the corner to the right of Whittier. Puck's not moving at all. Clock still is, of course. The other way comes Blandon, tries to make a move on McDonald. Blandon with the puck behind the goal. McDonald squirts away with it. He collects that and he'll turn back. However, he's got Banks on his tail. Arsenault into the feet of McCormick, picked up by Murnahan. 70 seconds is what's left. Arsenault just going to wail at that. Whittier with a big save. That was a heavy shot by Arsenault. Last minute of play in the third period. And McCormick again alone on Whittier. And a little bit of insult to injury, I'm afraid. As McCormick with some nice hands. And Whittier has been feeling a little bit lonely back there.
6, 12, 18.
Helpers again from Arsenault and McLennan. And the final, well, I shouldn't say that, the final goal of the night perhaps goes to the Eastern Dukes. Colin McCormick. Duke's goal, his 6th of the year, scored by number 6, Colin McCormick. Assists to number 12, Connor Arsenault, and to number 18, Quincy McLennan. That's McCormick from Arsenault and McLennan. Time of the goal is 19:03. So the Dukes will skate off with their 12th win of the season. And they at least keep pace with the St. John Vitoes. They will remain, if the statistics are, I'm reading them as they are, they will remain 5 points behind. Banks, one last chance. That'll not make it to Hatton. 10 seconds left, then number 10, Sam Dunn. Picked out of the air by Banks. Dukes need to have one more clear. They'll get it back to Troop. And that is going to do it for Saturday Night Hockey in Charlottetown. A strong third period as the Dukes pull away from the Valley Wildcats and make the final 6-2. Very valiant effort by goaltender Owen Whittier for the Valley Wildcats. And that'll do it for us on High Button Sports. Thanks to Sean McCormick on camera. My name is Mark Rooney. Final shot is on goal for the Wildcats, 11 for a 3-period total of 33. And for the Dukes, 16 for a 3-period total of 36. Thanks again for joining us from Charlottetown. Tomorrow morning we'll be live from Montague, Prince Edward Island at 11:50 as the Eastern Dukes entertain the Fundy Thunder. That's all for now. Thank you and have a great night.